Throughout history, certain landmarks have become synonymous with hauntings and unexplainable activity. However, many times the paranormal activity cannot be traced back to anything in particular. This is not the case with the historic Birmingham landmark, Sloss Furnace. With a tragic history and countless fatalities recorded, this once bustling iron-producing plant has many dark secrets. As we explore the tales of this haunted location, I ask you, is Sloss Furnace haunted by restless spirits, or is it just great storytelling? What's your opinion? Hi, I'm Hallow. Welcome to Freaky What. I love telling stories about mysteries, crime, paranormal, and anything else I think is freaky. I really appreciate you watching, and if you enjoy this channel, I hope you'll subscribe and watch my other stories. Now, let's get to it. For years, Sloss Furnace has stood as an iconic symbol of Birmingham's industrial heritage. Its towering smokestacks and labyrinthine structures tell the story of a bygone era filled with hard labor and sacrifice. However, amidst the clangor of the machinery and the heat of the furnaces, whispers have emerged, recounting inexplicable events and eerie encounters. The city of Birmingham, Alabama, was founded on June 1st, 1871. Its name comes from one of England's main industrial cities. The founders of Birmingham hoped this name would bring the town great success at the height of America's industrial age. A key component was the nearby deposits of iron ore, coal, and limestone, the three principal raw materials used in making steel. Because of this, Birmingham quickly earned the nickname the Magic City. 10 years after the city's founding, in 1881, James Withers Sloss began construction of Sloss Furnaces on the outskirts of Birmingham. Hiring cheap labor was easy due to the large number of freed slaves. Sloss quickly rose to power by using his wealth and political influence to become the president of the Nashville and Decatur Railway Company. His first act as president was to expand their railway lines down to Birmingham, which would secure the exportation of steel made at Sloss Furnaces. On April 18, 1882, Sloss opened the doors of his furnace company with hundreds of employees. These local men worked strenuous hours, and the work was extremely hard and highly dangerous. However, positions at Sloss were highly sought after in this area, as this type of work was considered advanced at that time. There were no government regulations to protect the rights of workers. A typical workday consisted of 12 hours with pay that often came in the form of scrips. A scrip was issued to compensate employees and could only be used at the company store. As workers grew weary, industrial accidents began increasing. Men would slip and fall into the molten steel, where they were quickly incinerated. Other workers were silently poisoned by carbon monoxide or killed by the bursts from the steam pipes. As time went on, Sloss Furnaces became a death trap for employees. The danger was at every station, and workers feared for their lives daily. Accidents seemed to happen on the catwalk, in the tunnel, at the furnaces, and near the wheel. With each step taken, workers were unsure if it would be their last. Oftentimes, it was. The legend of Sloss Furnace hauntings has become deeply ingrained in the local folklore, with tales of spectral figures, disembodied voices, and unexplained phenomena. Workers, visitors, and paranormal enthusiasts have shared chilling accounts of shadowy apparitions that roam the deserted halls and lost souls trapped within the iron walls. The story is told that in the early 1900s, James Slag Wormwood reigned over the dreaded graveyard shift at Sloss Furnaces. The nightmarish conditions were exaggerated for the workers, as they were continuously subjected to Wormwood's sadistic demands. Forced to face danger and accept the abuse of Wormwood every day, they fell victim to a series of gruesome accidents and mysterious mishaps at the hand of this evil supervisor. During his reign, 47 workers died, 10 times more than any other shift. He allowed no breaks, no holidays, only work. One eerie night, on October of 1906, Wormwood began climbing the towering behemoth known as Big Alice, the highest blast furnace at Sloss. As the foreman prepared to fulfill his duties, he became dizzy from the methane gas, lost his balance, and slipped. He fell into the pool of molten iron ore, and his body melted instantly. Workers were both horrified and relieved that their torment had ceased. The legend of Slag began, and the odd experiences increased year after year. Employees started complaining of strange occurrences and unexplainable situations. In 1926, a night watchman was injured after being pushed from behind. I heard a deep voice say, "Get back to work." Then I was pushed, the night watchman explained. However, a search of the grounds turned up signs of no one. Another account in 1947 recalls an incident when 3 supervisors went missing. Other workers searched and eventually found them all unconscious and locked in the small boiler room in the southeastern portion of the plant. None of the men could remember what happened, and all stated that a man approached them and shouted at them to push some steel. When asked what this man looked like, each supervisor said he looked badly burned. The most horrifying of any tale associated with Sloss Furnaces occurred in 1971. The night before Sloss closed for good, a night watchman named Samuel Blumenthal was walking around to nostalgically take one last look. As he rounded a corner, he came face to face with what he described as half man, half demon. He described what he saw as the most frightening thing I've ever seen. Blumenthal described a horrifying being that tried to push him up the stairs, and when he tried to get away, the being hit him violently. He escaped and never forgot this terrifying experience. Dr. Jack Barlow examined Blumenthal shortly after this incident happened and found that he was covered with intense burns. Birmingham police records have documented over 100 reports of suspected paranormal activity at Sloss Furnaces. These incidents range from minor occurrences like steam whistles blowing on their own to more significant sightings and rare cases of physical assault. It's interesting to note that the majority of these reports happened during the old graveyard shift in the months of September and October. While some dismiss these events as Halloween pranks, many believe that they are connected to the restless spirit of the sadistic foreman, Slag, Wormwood. The tales of this haunting continue to linger, leaving visitors and workers alike unsettled in the presence of his malevolent energy. Sloss Furnaces, once a symbol of industrial might, now stands as a testament to the price paid in blood and the enduring presence of the supernatural. The echoes of suffering reverberate through its walls, a chilling reminder that some torments could not be extinguished by time alone. The haunting of Sloss Furnaces etched itself into the very fabric of Birmingham's history, forever binding the site to the restless spirits who sought solace in their eternal unrest. Thank you so much for watching today, sharing, and commenting. I couldn't do this without you, and I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you again soon.